Is there a magic formula for sustaining success in your business? Well, I wish I could say yes, but we do have some strategies to help you get momentum. Just wanted to say good morning to you, friends. Thomas Joyner with Business on Purpose here. Thanks so much for joining. So we do get it all the time. Thomas, I feel like I take 2 steps forward and 1 step back every week. Or maybe it's worse, right? 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And how do we just get momentum? How do we take that success, replicate it, and then repeat it over and over and over? Well, I'm here to tell you there's not this magic wand to wave that just, takes your work and your consistency and turns it into production. But what that work and that consistency and that process will do will allow you to find that sustained success. So we do have a few strategies that every business can implement to help you find that success you're looking for. So let's dive right on in today. The first step towards sustaining success in your business is, number 1, find someone to help you implement. It sounds really simple, right? But it makes a huge difference. And really as big a difference as we've seen in every business that we work with, and so much so as it's become a question that we ask as we interview potential clients. Do you have a key leader who can help you implement all of this? Okay, but why? Why can't I just motivate and charge forward with my team just following my lead? Well, in short, you can, if that's what you choose to do. But what happens when you burn out? What happens when you have a bad day? And what happens when your team starts to tune you out and your voice becomes stale? Well, a whole lot of nothing. And that's why having someone help you implement is invaluable to your business. Another voice on the team helping push everyone towards the vision. Helping you maybe see things that you couldn't and implement all the changes and corrections along the way. Someone who can see your mistakes, think critically, and help you correct them in real time. That person is a game changer. We build out a ridiculous amount of tools with our clients, and the ones that we see thrive week in and week out are the ones who can take those tools, pass them down the chain of command, delegate down and out, push them out to the team as they implement. They don't just sit in some Google folder to rot and collect dust. No, they're used to empower the team and get better. So if you don't have someone helping you implement, hire them today, or start the hiring process today, or develop one amongst your team. It's that important. Second thing for sustained success, too, listen to your customer. Thomas, we do Google reviews. We send out surveys to hear how we're doing. Guys, that's great. I love that. But I would wager that most of that is to give you a sentence or two, write your hype phrase on your website, and maybe even just to drive sales. But how often do you take the time to invite a client to lunch? Really ask how their experience was, and I mean everything. How'd they feel early on with your estimating? How was the scheduling? Did it line up with expectations that we set out? Did we even set expectations? How was our communication along the way, and could it be better? And maybe was our team dressed professionally? How's the quality of the work? How was our cleanup? Did we follow up with you to make sure everything was perfect? And how was the collection of payment? Was it easy on you, the client? These are all questions that you need to know the answer to from your customer's perspective. I was so proud of a client of mine recently who called every sub that he used. He sat them down and he figured out how to improve his customer experience from start to finish. Guys, that's a game changer, and what really creates these rave reviews that you want and that sustained success. That's hard for me to say. Because you own all parts of your customer experience. You don't just throw your hands up and say, well, that's out of our control. No, that's a fixed mindset. Ask how you can get better. Invite clients you trust to lunch and talk through all of this. They will feel valued and heard and probably will refer you 10 times more as a result. All right, third thing. This is a tough one. Own your weekly schedule. This one gets to the heart of the matter. If you were to sit down on a Monday and just write down the things you know have to get done and done well, what would those things be? What would be at the top of that list? And I'd imagine it doesn't start with email, right? And yet so many of us, the first second we get into the office, leave email open for the rest of the day, and it dictates every moment of our day. No, start with what matters, the big time blocks, and find the best time to do those. Is it blocks for sales or prospecting? Blocks for estimating and invoicing? Blocks to meet with your team and train. Those things must get done well. Then take that kind of tier B group of tasks, right? The next group of items and add them to your schedule. That's where email probably comes in and voicemails, getting back to people. Great. Give yourself a set amount of time to finish it. Is it continued ed or recording processes or scheduling? I don't know, but do it. Your task will take up as much time as you will give it. Let me say that again. The task you're trying to complete will take up as much time as you will give it. That's powerful. So learn to control the chaos. Give yourself a realistic amount of time to finish something. Deep work, then move on. Even if you aren't finished sometimes, move on to keep yourself on task, knowing that you can come back in some of those little marginal times to fill in the gaps. So lastly, take those little 30-minute blocks that are everywhere, right? And start filling them in with the little tasks that can be done anywhere. Cleaning up your office, ordering some stuff, maybe checking inventory in the warehouse, simple admin tasks, mindless things that can fit in anywhere. Guys, this one is tough. I understand that. But give yourselves a few weeks to lean into the weekly schedule. Don't just change it immediately, but take notes and tweak after a few weeks. That's how you control the chaos. That's how you sustain success, or at least take a great giant leap towards sustaining that success. So those three things, one more time. Finding someone to help you implement, or developing somebody on your team to help you implement. 2, listening to your customers. And 3, owning your weekly schedule. Hope that makes sense. I hope you're willing to do that work. It makes difference in punching chaos in the mouth week after week after week. That's what it's all about. Thanks so much. Have a great day.